All right, ladies, I'm so excited to be kicking this off with women as I designed the 1, 2, 3 method first for men because I feel that they need it more. But perhaps you might be more deserving of it. My 1, 2, 3 method is great because it involves a lot of cleaning out the basement, creating some of that experience, and then being out there in the real world using some power tools and taking it from there. Before we can do any of that, though, you have got to do a self assessment. Now, a self assessment can be something that you do really easily. Pick out a friend who is a true friend. And when I say that, I mean they tell you the things that you do not want to hear. And you want to get as much garbage and honesty from somebody that you can. So you want them to tell you, you know what, Sarah, you are desperate, or you let men walk all over you, or you talk too much, or you're just fake and you're shallow, and you know what, you're always telling everyone what great shape you're in, but you're actually in horrible shape, or you think you're the most gorgeous woman on the planet and you're not, or you're kind and you're nice, or you get into too many friendship situations with men, and or you move too quick. You're a girl that puts out, and I say that because that really is not a good thing to do. And so, you want to do these self assessments. There's a ton of different ways to do them. You can get online. You can do it professionally, therapeutically. You can take tests, but really get an idea of who you are, how you're showing up, and what you look like. Because really, your image is not necessarily your appearance isn't the most important thing in the world. I'll tell you, attraction and your first impression is key, but don't get so much caught up in the image of things. You want to get deep into the root of, those things that perhaps you're overlooking. Um, you want to be open to those things that you see completely different than how everyone else sees you. Because if you're not being realistic, or you're unaware, and you're clearly just not seeing who you are, there's very little we can do. If you don't know who you are, what are we going to do with that? So self-assessment is key. Be open to feedback. Ask people to give it to you. This is one of those things where you want to be that way all the time. Don't confuse this at all with thinking that what people think of you matters, because this isn't about that. What matters is what you think of yourself. But oftentimes, through reflection, that mirror, how people see that you're showing up, are you generous? Are you a giver? Are you a taker? You want to hear that stuff that kind of hurts. You really do. I think most of us have some of that. We really do. I think of some of the most inspiring, creative people in my life right now, and there are things about them that could assist them in improving the things that are important to them. You know, this is just really one of those basic things, but it's so important. Imagine building upon everything without a self-assessment and knowing where you're really at. It's like building your house on the sand. It really is. And so really get out there and work hard at this until you feel you have a really good idea of how you're showing up. And be thankful for people that are willing to be honest with you. After that, don't hold grudges. Don't get upset with people for being honest with you. Get over it, because we're going to change a lot of that in the next few weeks. Okay, so self-assessment first. Once you guys get that done, move on to the next video and let's see where that takes us.